What's up, guys? Matt Moda here with Crossing Broad, here to give you my favorite home run predictions for the Yankees versus Phillies tonight. Now, I'll get ahead of it. I'm going to have 5 home run picks in this game tonight. This is about as good of a home run situation as you will see, honestly, over the course of an entire MLB season when you take into account the weather, the park factors, the hot hitters, and the pitching matchups on both sides of the ball. So I'm very, very confident that a ton of home runs are going to be hit in this game tonight. Let's just hope we can get 2 of the guys that I have and we'll make some money. To do a recap, both on the Phillies and of ourselves, Wednesday, good to us, not so good for the Phillies. They lost somewhat of a heartbreaker, blowing a 5-run lead thanks to Jesus Luzardo just blowing up in the 5th or 6th inning, whenever that was. Lost in extras, but we managed to get 2 home run predictions correct in that game. We got Kyle Schwarber to hit a home run, who's just been on an absolute tear. We also managed to get Rami Gonzalez to hit a home run as well. Loved him, the lefty matchup. That ended up working out. So 2 home runs out of 3 picks is very, very good. Hopefully, we can continue that success for tonight. Just before we get into it, make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, and then make sure to go to BetMGM, use promo code CROSSING to get started. Lock in these home run predictions on BetMGM. So normally, when I do these videos, I just go player by player and give you the analysis. Since I have 5 guys tonight, I'm just going to go team by team to avoid this being like a 20-minute video. So I'm just going to go with the Yankees bats first because they really have the better matchup here. And I'm going to have 3 guys on the Yankees specifically. I'm going to have Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's at plus 260 at BetMGM. I'm going to have Cody Bellinger, who's at plus 325 at BetMGM. And I'm going to have Anthony Volpe, all 3 of them to hit a home run, with Volpe at plus 600. So as I mentioned, this is about as good of a home run game as you will possibly see. Now, I mentioned, I'll kind of go reason by reason. Number 1, the park factors, specifically for left-handed hitters. Now, Volpe's a righty. We're going to talk about him. But for Jazz Chisholm Jr. and for Cody Bellinger, the Yankee Stadium in general, just without even caring about the weather, is really good for left-handed pull hitters. The reason why, they have a very short right field porch. So any ball that travels to right field that's pulled doesn't need to travel as far when it's hit to right field at Yankee Stadium. We saw a ton of situations where a lefty hits a home run. That's a home run in 1 out of 30 ballparks because of that short right field porch at Yankee Stadium. So it's already good for lefties. But for today specifically, the temperature is going to be in the 90s for most of the game. Heat equals good for carry. And they're going to be double-digit winds blowing out to right field. So not only does the ball not need to be hit as far for it to be a home run, but carry on any ball hit in the air to right field is going to be better today than on average. This game has a plus 31% home run home run index when taking into account the park factors plus the weather. And if you look at like different parts of the stadium, it's almost double the average home run situation when you specifically look at right field. So it's just phenomenal home run weather at Yankee Stadium, even taking out the part of the fact that it's a really good stadium for left-handed hitters. So you check that part off. And then you look at the Yankees hitters specifically, because obviously the weather is going to be beneficial for both teams, and we're going to talk about the Phillies side of it. But for the Yankees hitters, they have a really good pitching matchup against Taijuan Walker of the Phillies. Walker has been dreadful basically his entire career in a Phillies uniform. He's been really bad recently. Maybe he had a fun couple starts when he started off the year, was getting a standing ovation. He's been really bad recently. You look at his last 5 starts, it includes a couple starts, includes a couple bullpen appearances because he's been kind of a long reliever. Now he's back as a starting pitcher. And again, over the last 5 weeks for him, he's allowed a home run every 11 at-bats. That's terrible. His barrel rate is almost 11% in that stretch as well. His barrel rate is like 10.9%. Those are 2 horrific numbers. His K rate is low. His Sierra is high, which just measures the quality of the batted balls that he allows, taking into account walk rate and strikeout rate. He's just not a good pitcher. He's somebody that you definitely want to take home runs against. And yeah, Walker himself, he could allow multiple home runs. He did that in his last start. But not only is Walker bad, he's also unlikely to pitch deep into the game. He'll probably go like 4 innings, which brings us to the Phillies bullpen, which is not good. I mean, their bullpen's been a mess all year. That was with Alvarado. Now, obviously, they're going to be without Alvarado for a lot of the regular season and then all of the playoffs. Phillies bullpen, bottom 10 in terms of ERA, and they're also bottom 10 in terms of home runs allowed. Their bullpen has allowed 45 home runs. So Yeah, they could hit two home runs off of Walker in 4 innings that Walker pitches, or they get 5 innings, maybe 4, depending on if they're winning, against a dreadful bullpen. So it's just a phenomenal matchup across the board for Yankees hitters. So we're hoping that we get a couple of them. Now we want to talk about the batters. Obviously, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Cody Bellinger, both left-handed hitters, both have the benefits of the park factors plus weather situations that I mentioned above. But Jazz Chisholm Jr. specifically, he's been really, really good. Now, he was really good heading in to the All-Star break, had a bunch of barrels, bunch of home runs, was phenomenal. And he's been really good since the All-Star break as well. He leads the Yankees with 12 hard hits since the return of the All-Star break. Again, that is number one on the Yankees. He's also got a very good fly ball rate, 41%. As long as that number is above 40%, you're good. In the pull rate, and this is important, the pull rate is 61% for Jazz Chisholm Jr. He has been really good at pulling the ball, which is why he's been a good home run hitter recently, which is perfect for Yankee Stadium. Now you look at Cody Bellinger, he definitely has not been hitting as well as Jazz Chisholm Jr. over the last week. But Cody Bellinger's got 2 home runs of his own since the All-Star break. He's got a pretty good fly ball rate, 54%. Above 40% is acceptable. Above 50% is very good. That's his fly ball rate, and his pull rate is 41%. Now Bellinger, coming off of a couple days ago, he had 3 hard hits. So yeah, he has not been as good as Jazz, but he's not been terrible. And then you look at Anthony Volpe. He's the only non-lefty that we have hitting a home run today. Volpe also leads the Yankees in total barrels since the return of the All-Star break. He's got 5. No other batter on the Yankees has more than 2. He's also one of only 11 batters in the entire MLB that has 5 or more barrels since the return of the All-Star break. So that puts him in pretty good company. And then you look at Taijuan Walker. Now, he can get it lit up by anybody, but his numbers are technically worse against right-handed hitters than they are against lefties. Now, obviously, I'm not saying he's unhittable from a left-handed hitter's perspective, but he has been worse against a righty. So I do think that despite the fact that Anthony Volpe won't get the benefits of the short right field porch or the winds blowing out to right field, he still is absolutely worth a look, especially at the plus 600 price. So all in all, obviously I love those 3 Yankees. I mean, I love all the Yankees, but I couldn't take all 9 of them, so I narrowed it down to 3. Jazz, Chisholm Jr., Cody Bellinger, and Anthony Volpe, all of them did a home run. Now as we transition to the Phillies, it's pretty simple analysis. Give me Kyle Schwarber, give me Bryce Harper to hit a home run. You know, Max Kepler is another lefty you could take on the Phillies. I don't really have any faith in Max Kepler. Bryson Stott just hit a home run. He hasn't really hit for that much power. Then you got Marsh as a lefty as well. But the 2 mashing guys for the Phillies, just take them to hit home runs. The odds are obviously not great. Plus 200 for Schwarber, plus 240 for Bryce Harper. Again, at BetMGM, use promo code CROSSING. But they've just been so good. The weather and stuff, as I talked about, going to apply to these 2 guys as well. They're both left-handed hitters. But more important than that, they both have been fantastic recently. They've been fantastic since the All-Star break. You look at Harper, it's been before the All-Star break when he really started to hit well. And Schwarber has basically been good for the entire year. But it's funny, you look at these 2 batters since the MLB returned from the break. The symmetry between them is they're almost exactly alike. I mean, they both hit 4 home runs. Not only that, they both have 5 barrels. They both have 11 hard hits in this stretch as well. So yeah, they all have the same number of home runs, barrels, and hard hits since the return of the All-Star break between Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber. That also means they have 5 barrels, as I mentioned. That also means they're tied with Volpe as one of the batters with 11 or more barrels over the last week, again, since the return of the break, which was about a week ago today. So yeah, they're really good. They also have done a really good job pulling the ball, which I talked about how beneficial that is going to be at this stadium. Bryce Harper has a pull rate of 59%. Schwarber even better at 62.5%. And we know how important that is. Now, I will admit the fly ball rate for Harper is a little bit lower than what you would like. It's at like 35%, but that pull rate is so good that we can accept that. And then Schwarber's fly ball rate is above 50%. Schwarber's just an absolute animal. Now, the Yankees starting pitcher, Will Warren, he's not as bad as Taijuan Walker, and he does admittedly pitch better at home, but he has really struggled against left-handed hitters. You look at him on the year, he's allowed 11 home runs. 9 of them have been hit by lefties. Now, 9 home runs on the year against lefties is not terrible, but over the last 5 weeks, he's allowed a home run every 15 at-bats against left-handed hitters. That is very bad. And his barrel rate against lefties is 13.11%. That's actually worse than Taijuan Walker's barrel rate allowed. Now, the biggest issue for Warren and the biggest issue he's going to have against Harper and Schwarber tonight He loves to throw his fastball. Over half the time, he throws a four-seam fastball to left-handed hitters. Both Bryce and Kyle Schwarber have fantastic numbers against the four-seam fastball. Bryce has an ISO rate of 302. That's very good. Schwarber has an ISO rate of 325. That's good. Bryce has a higher barrel rate. His is 17%. He's got a higher flat ball rate. His is 47%. Again, this is against four-seam fastballs from righties. Schwarber still has a good barrel rate of 13%. Still has a good fly ball rate of 41%. His hard hit rate is higher at 62%, whereas Bryce is at 55. All in all, both those numbers are very, very good. All of those categories for both of those hitters is very good. Now, the Yankees bullpen, similar issues to the Phillies. They are tied with the Phillies, allowing 45 home runs their bullpen has, and they're only one spot below them in terms of ERA, with an ERA at 4.07. So, yeah, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, I like both of them to hit a home run. I like Jazz Chisholm Jr., Cody Bellinger, and Anthony Volpe to hit home runs. Hopefully, home runs fly at Yankee Stadium tonight. All we need is two of these guys to hit a home run, and we will make money on this. Hopefully, we get more than that. I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure to go to BetMGM, use promo code CROSSING, lock these in on BetMGM. Again, with that promo code CROSSING, bet responsibly, and have a good one. Must be 21 or older in participating states. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See terms and conditions in the description of the video.